there, family. So I was feeling a little bit nostalgic, and so I did something on the game The Sims that I thought all of you guys would find kind of fun and interesting, and it's that I rebuilt our house in Mississippi. Now, to be honest, it's been a long time since we lived there, so some of the details are not perfect. So this is more of a snapshot of what my memory looks like. But going through it, walking through it was really cool once I had it done, and I thought you guys might like to kind of walk through it with me as well. You might think it was cool. Like I said, this is not a one-for-one because it was just based off my memory. Most of the rooms are smaller. I made most of the rooms too small, and some of the objects just didn't exist in The Sims, so I couldn't make them. Like, for example, hills. There's no hills. So let's go ahead and start. So what this is something that Katie and Danny will remember. It was a big green electrical box that sat outside of our house or near our house that the kids would all sit on and, like, I don't know, hang out with, chat with, enjoy, for what that's worth. Is the game paused? Oh, I don't want to pause. Unpause. There we go. Yeah, it's way more interesting if people are moving around. Okay, cool. So we'll start off by going through the front door. This program's pretty slow, so you'll have to be patient with a slow-moving camera. But yeah, we go through the front door. I can't remember what color the door was, but we enter in, and when we first enter in, there's a little walkway. I think there was like a coat closet or something here, but I couldn't quite figure out how it fit in with the layout, so I didn't put it there. Directly to our right would be the little family room. There was a piano there with a picture of a lady playing a piano, but they don't have anything other than grand pianos in this game, so I couldn't really put a piano there, so I put a guitar instead. I can't remember much about this room other than, it had like a couch, and I think it had like a love seat and a couple little seats in it, and they were really kind of girly. This is where Mom would sit in the morning, and she would enjoy a coffee and read John Grisham until I woke up and interrupted her reading. And over here on this side is the dining room. And once again, these rooms kind of represent what they were. I did find a dining table and chairs that I think are pretty close to what we actually had. I was actually pretty pleased to be able to find that. I think there were double doors here. I can't remember. But I remember that there were some paintings and some windows. And then we move on into the living room where we spent most of our time. The fireplace was not a fireplace like that. It was like a wood-burning stove sort of fireplace, but they didn't have that. But we had a chair and a couch. And I think there might have been something behind the couch. Remember, we had all these bookshelves up here, and we kept the TV pressed up against the wall, specifically to annoy Katie as much as possible. It was very important. And then over here on this side, there was more bookshelves. And so I just put a little bookshelf there. I also think there might have been a bookshelf here, but I made the room too small. So, it kind of represents it. I think next thing we'll do is we'll go down and check out bedrooms. So I don't remember the color of any of the walls, so I have no idea what color the walls are, but I do remember this hallway was very pink. And I would run down this hallway, and I would jump from here to here. And everybody who walked this way constantly had to be vigilant of avoiding my jumps. I think there might have been some closets or something on either side of this, but that, once again, wasn't necessarily something that I could make. But yeah, so we can walk through here. And I'll first start off with the room I knew the least about was Katie's. So I did the best to duplicate what I remember Katie's room being. So Katie's room had a little closet. And this is too big. Oh, this is too big. But she had a pink, I don't know, like little cupboard that hung out there, and she had her nightstand, I think. But I remember her bed was like a trundle bed, and it was entirely made out of metal. So I found this nice metal bed to kind of represent that. And if the neighbor's dog was being too noisy, she'd yell at them out this window. So going back, so that's my attempt at Katie's room. Going back was the other room of mystery, Danny's room. And we'd enter into Danny's room, and I don't remember exactly how he kept his bed set up. We kind of had two closets, but we always turned one of the closets into something else. So he had his computer and chair here. I have a little laptop there, or a tablet kind of representing the computer there. And he had his bed. Oh, I just remembered. I think he had a TV over here. I don't think I included that. But I know he had the closet there. Oh. So let's go back through here. Then here was the bathroom. And I spent a solid several hours locked in here once. This door sometimes wouldn't unlock. And you guys all went out on some sort of trip. I'm not really sure what you guys were off doing, but I was home alone, and I couldn't unlock this door, and so I just had to hang out here, waiting for you to come home. And this was I didn't have a cell phone, there was no internet, so it was just me and my thoughts. And you guys, I remember Mom was traumatized by it, and everybody else thought it was pretty funny. This was a picture of Angel guiding two children over a rickety bridge. I remember that. And then this is the most important room. This was my room. So we enter into my room. Oh, looks like Amanda is playing a video game in here. So I remember I had my bed and a little window here. Sometimes Ross would crawl through this window to come visit me. This was the same thing that there was two closets, but one of them got kind of turned into a video game system. And I had an old crappy computer. I can't remember if Dad got that from work or something. I remember I covered my walls with Dragon Ball Z photos. That was the closest thing to a Dragon Ball Z thing I could get. But yeah, so that's my room. Spent an exorbitant amount of time in there. I remember for some reason, I think it was because the light was good, that there was a little light here, and I would play Game Boy sitting like this in the corner. And I think it's because there's a light right behind me up here, and so I think it would allow me to see the screen better, but it was like the weirdest memory. I was like, oh, I would just hang out here and play Game Boy. So let's go and check out Mom and Dad's room, which I think I did pretty good on. So going back to the extremely pink hallway, we go down to Mom and Dad's room. Nailed it. So Mom and Dad's room, they had their big double bed and a picture of a wedding photo over their bed. They had their nightstands. Over here they had, a dresser with a big mirror. And over here was Dad's shipper robe. And then the computer was kind of tucked over here. It's a much nicer computer than we had. I think that's me. Is that me? Yes, that was my attempt at making a me. Yeah. I think I did all right. What is he playing? Oh, he's playing Sims. Nice. And then they had their own their own bathroom. Double his and hers sink. And this was a closet. I don't have anything in here, but that is where Dad had my accordion for years, and I had no idea that there was an accordion. But one day he just pulls an accordion out of here for me. And then, of course, this was a bathroom. And I don't think I can't remember what your guys' bathroom looked like, so I just kind of made it a small little bathroom. So those are the bedrooms. These two are having a good time, flirting with each other. You go have fun. This was a picture of Mom and Dad's hands on top of each other, I want to say. And I remember the way there was like an ivy or something, like a piece of plant laying on her arm. And I remember that it made her wrist look really small to me and freaked me out. And it was just kind of an optical illusion. But I remember as a kid that freaked me out. So let's go back through the giant pink hallway. Down here. We'll go to the other side of the house, which is the kitchen. So I do not remember the layout of the kitchen. I think the refrigerator was over here. There was some sort of snack thing that would get over here. I can't remember where the stove was located or anything. But this is where the kitchen was, and we had a table here. And I remember there's a big, pretty window right there. One of the hardest rooms for me to do, this is going to be really telling of our childhood, was to remember how the laundry room was set up, because we never did laundry. So that was, I couldn't remember. I do remember that there were some washing machines and Mom could like watch us, I think. And then there's a little door here, so this kind of served as like a mud room. And there's a little bathroom here, which I think Amanda's going to be in here blurred out. Yep. She's so sad. And a little sink. And this was my most magical space ever. I don't think the hallway went back quite that far. But this was the most magical place on earth. This was the unfinished garage. And Dad let me hang a punching bag right in the middle, so I could move all around it. And Dad had a little workbench, or not workbench, it was like a desk. And he would sit out here, and he'd smoke, and like study Bible stuff. And there's a little window here, and a door that you would exit out here. There's a closet here that had a whole bunch of stuff in it. And I busted my eye on this once. I remember I was like doing one of the old like 009 Cooper movies, and I bent down to grab the script and smashed my eye into it and got myself this huge shiner. But I gave many other people a shiner in this space. Alright, last thing to take a look at is the backyard. So I think we'll go through this way. So we could exit this way. And there was a little patio that was made out of brick, and I think I nailed this stone. Tell me if I was right here. Was this the stone that was down there? But we had a little barbecue and a place for people to sit down. And I remember these were brick walls because I would lay like right in this space, like I was planking before planking was cool. And then there's like a little stone path that went over this way. And then the grass was not this nice, but we had several trees. There were some big trees. I remember somewhere over here, there was like a hammock. Anyways, and of course, the most exciting part about growing up in the Valenti household was right over here. The deck that me and my father built. I have such a quintessential like American memory. Oh, the summer me and my father built the deck. Yes. So we built this deck around the above ground pool, but because the deck went up to the lip of the above ground pool, it looked like an in-ground pool to me. And there was a little place for Dad to sit here. And I remember he would sit here and tell me how to clean the pool and be like, "You're doing it wrong." And then eventually he would give up on me and do it himself. Yeah. So, you know, we jump in the pool, sploosh, and you'd hang out here. And that would be your view. Over here, little back area. I remember me and my buddies used to put on wrestling shows over here. And then through this gate, this was a hill. So on this side, there was a hill going down here. Me and my friends would like hang out here because it was really secluded. There was another house like right there. It was really secluded, so we were still home, but like no one would know. I guess people would know. It felt like no one knew where we were, but I imagine you guys did. So yeah, it's really interesting to see how memory works. Yeah, there's like a little bush area I remember I tried to jump over it once and like smashed my face. Um, yeah, but it kind of interesting. So that kind of gives you guys a sense of like what my memory of it looks like. I don't know how accurate I was, but I hope maybe that was like a trip down memory lane for you as well, and maybe there's some details that you remember that I don't. But what a cool encapsulation of what memory looks like, because I know this isn't remotely accurate to what my house actually looked like, but this is what my memory holds it as, which is kind of cool. So, anyways, I thought you guys might think that was cool. Something I, worked hard for a couple days on to put together. So yeah, let me know what you think. I love you guys. Bye bye.